Single? Single.
What's up, everybody? My name is Abhijit Andrews. Welcome to my channel. I'm excited to have you guys here. We're gonna have an exciting video for you guys. I really believe that this is relevant for each one of you here. Also, you know, it's a Monday, so this is a little motivational Monday for you. And hey, I got a friend with me. I got George here.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
This is the homie from Teen Bible Academy. We met this past summer, and man, it was just a life-changing summer, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, just made good friends, had good memories, had good times. But anyways, happy to have him here. And so let's just dive into this video. Going back to the title, the struggle is real, but is it really? And that's a really interesting thing because, George, don't we say that all the time?
Yeah, definitely.
Like we're just like, oh, bro, like, man, the struggle is real, bro. Like, you hear complaints, you hear groans, people just whine, right? Like, you hear that all the time. Okay, I'll admit it. I say it too. I'm guilty of that. You know, I admit it. But have we actually thought about what that means? That is what this video is gonna about. We want to challenge you to think about what that means. So, George, what do you think that means, dude?
Well, to begin to completely understand it, I feel like we just need to break it down so it will be more bite-sized pieces, you know? And for me, obviously the word, in the phrase, the struggle is real.
Yeah.
The two words, the struggle, stands out a lot. And, you know, for every single person in the whole world, the struggle is different. You know, one person, they could be struggling with just addictions to whatever addictions are in the world, you know?
That's true.
There's so many, whether it be just, you know, the addiction to drugs, addiction to pornography, addiction to smoking, addiction to drinking. There's so many. And then there's other struggles too, like the struggle of surviving day to day, you know, grinding day to day on work, trying to get that money so they can, you know,
For their families, provide, finances. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. And then there's other struggles, whether it be food. You know, food is a big struggle for a lot of people.
Right.
Because, you know, without food, one person cannot survive. And, you know, it's just crazy how many struggles people have. And then, you know, that just makes me wonder, like, you know, makes me think a little more, and it makes me want to ask this one question.
Yeah.
And this question is actually directed towards you.
Okay.
Because I myself, you know, I'm still wondering, like, what makes the struggle real?
What makes the struggle real?
Yeah.
It's a great question. You know, when does it become real? And yeah, I wanted to actually share, you know, an experience of mine. It was just this past Thursday. And, you know, just to keep it short but simple, but still try to get the point across, I was having a bad day on Thursday. You know, I was going from client to client, talking with business owners, and it wasn't going my way, the way I expected it to go. And so I started feeling disappointed. You know, I started to feel like, oh man, I'm taking an L. You know, and I was like, you know, this is not going the way I want it to go. And so I remember eventually I go home, and I remember later in the afternoon just laying in the bed and feeling defeated, right? And at that point, you know, looking back, right, at that point, that's when it became real. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's when the struggle became real. And just hold that thought. So that's when the struggle became real. You know, and then later that day, I ended up taking a nap, guys, for like at least 2-3 hours. But, you know, I wake up and I realize, I'm like, no, I can't do this. I'm not gonna waste my day. So I decide to, you know, go work out. You know, I hit the gym with my friend. I push myself. I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter, like, what I feel, because I know that that's not my reality. That is not real. Like, I chose to believe that I can push through that. And I come home, you know, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling much better, guys, after working out. And I come home, I'm sitting on the computer. This is the second part of it. I see that my friend posts a post, and she writes that her best friend passed away. And that hits me, man. That hits me hard because she's a good friend of mine, and I know the friendship she had with that person. Imagine losing your best friend. Like it was mind blowing to me. And I at that moment I felt two things, guys. I felt two things: anger, and of course I was sad. But I want to kind of talk and elaborate about the anger. I was super angry because I lacked perspective and gratitude in that moment. Now you have some context as to where I'm coming from with my experience. It becomes real when I let it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. When I give up, it's no longer a struggle, right? Like, it's no longer a struggle when I give up. I'm letting go.
Yeah.
Just boom, it's lifeless.
Oh,
right?
Man,
yeah.
Dude. No, I definitely agree with that, like, it actually kind of relates to me.
Okay.
Because, the other day my friend, he asked me this question: what's the difference between someone who can't swim and who's, in the water and he's alive, and someone that's dead and that's in the water?
So the person who's alive is like struggling. Like he's struggling. Yeah, dude, that's a good one.
He wants to be alive.
He wants to be alive.
Yeah.
And hey, that's a great point. You realize that even though you're struggling, it's a sign of life. Again, it comes down like it's the same thing. It comes down to perspective. Struggle is a sign of life. A lot of times, we think struggle's a bad thing, and oh man, I'm going through this challenge, I'm going through the trials, but sometimes those are blessings. You grow the most from that. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
And I definitely feel like sometimes trials and challenges have made me a better person. And, with that said, we need to rewire our brain. We need to rewire our brain to really appreciate the struggle. That's something I feel like we're lacking. We need to really appreciate the struggle. How are we supposed to appreciate the highs in our lives when we can't appreciate the lows? How are we supposed to appreciate the hustle, the grind, when most of life is going to be hustle and grind? Not everything is going to be at the top.
Yeah.
Not everything's going to be on the mountain. We're going to be through the valleys trying to climb the mountain. How are you going to appreciate that? At the end of the day, this is what we want to leave you guys with. This is the punchline. This is the hook right here, man. Look, you might say the struggle is real, but we want to change that. We want to change that mentality, because guess what? The struggle is what makes it real. That's it.
Yeah, that's deep.
That's deep, man. The struggle, guys, is what makes it real. It makes life real. So just remember that. And in closing, I want to challenge each one of you to do this. Just one thing for me. If you ever hear someone whining, if you ever hear someone complaining, and it might just seem in a humorous way or not, but guess what? There's some truth to that humor. It's a mentality issue. And I just want you to challenge that thought. If anyone ever says, man, the struggle is real, I just remind them in a nice way. Hey man, look, the struggle is what makes it real, okay? So comment down below. Thank you for watching this video. Just comment down below what you guys think. We want to hear from you. I want to hear some feedback on videos that maybe you guys want to, hear about. And I will continue to just put out more content for you guys from my experiences and the people I come across, like George. It's good to have you here, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Sweet. All right, guys. Take care. And Super Single!
Taken!
Oh no, I don't know about that. By Jesus.
By Jesus.
I knew it! I called it, bro. I called it.
Cool. You guys cool?
Yeah, we're good, bro. I think this is good.